Здравствуйте! В эфире программа «Путь правды». Сегодня у нас в гостях замечательный человек, немецкий журналист Марк Барталмай. Hello, Mark.
Hello.
So, tell us, what people think in Germany about what's going on here in Novorossия?
Well, what they think depends on what they know. And right now they know a bit more than they knew in the summer about Novorossия and what is going on here. Because there's a problem in Germany. It's simple that the mainstream media does not tell the people about what is going on here. And if they tell something, it mostly is not true. And that's why people are divided in different parts. And there are some people that are thinking people and that try to inform themselves via the networks, in the internet and the social media. They knew a lot of information in the summer, and they know more right now. But it's not the majority of the people. The majority of the people in Germany just know nothing about what is going on here. They know something about Ukraine, maybe where it is located, and that there is something, but mostly they know it's a war or a conflict that is imposed by Russia. That is what they got told in Germany, and that is what they are thinking. But the thinking people really know exactly what is going on here, and they are growing, but the most people do not know.
And what is the reaction of those who know?
Those who know are, they're fighting for spreading more information to the people in Germany. And in the last weeks and months, they succeeded in it. It means in the beginning there was a few people that knows about what is going on here, and now they are growing because people are fighting really hard to spread the information, to talk to people, and to give them the information what is really going on here. And I think people like me, we do what we can here to transport the news into the country, and there are people that take the news and spread them more and more and more.
Well, yeah, that's what you do here.
Yes.
Is this your mission here? Anything else? What do you do? Why are you here?
Actually, we are doing a documentary movie about this war, about especially the Donbass, because there's no coverage of what is going on here in a wider mode and kind. And beside, we are telling the people frequently what is going on here. So we're putting out some news, we are writing articles and send them videos and photographs. But the main goal we have here is to make a documentary movie about this war. It will be named Ukrainian Agony. And I hope we will finish it in 2014, maybe in the beginning of 2015.
It's good to know. And straight away, what do you think about what happened the 2nd of November?
Well, there was an election.
Yes.
And, right now, even if the world does not recognize it, but there's a state manifested here in this area, and this state is the Donetsk People Republic. And I saw some developments in the last weeks. I saw the police cars. They are bearing the official insignias of the state. And I was at the ceremony when Mrs. Sakharchenko was sworn in and made his oath to office. And here, when you are here, you are seeing that it's developing all the things, and that there is a better working administration, and that things are getting better. That the chaos is more and more less than it was before during the hard times in the war. They are starting again, well, because the bombings are starting again, and I think it's not over yet. But you you can see developing of a country, of a nation, and of a state. And to me, it was important to watch and monitoring the elections, and to see how people wanted to vote and wanted to stand for their nation. And that is what I can tell the people in the world. The world doesn't want to realize and doesn't want to recognize, but no matter if they want or not, it is developing, and this is a fact, and this is a truth, and sometime the world must recognize it.
And Russian people are really strong in their decisions. Yeah.
So I learned to know the people here, that they're really strong in their decisions, and that they even don't care about what the United States maybe say, or the European Union, because it's their country, and it's their place where they live, where they lived since generations, and they are defending it. And this is what I see here, and nothing else. By the way, it's the people here that are defending their country, and not the Russian army. So I never saw any Russian army. This is an important information for the German people, because they got always tell every week that there's another Russian invasion. And since now I'm here since July, I missed every military convoy of the Russians because they are not here.
You are here from July, right?
Yes. Since July, I'm here.
Since July. And at the end, I'd like you to tell us, what are your plans? Are you going to leave country when everything will be fine, or are you going to stay here and build it with us together?
Well, at first I'm a journalist, so I'm covering the stories. My main goal is the documentary movie and an exhibition. We are planning a big exhibition of photographs, and we collected a lot of artifacts from the battlefield. I am with some units from time to time. I was 2 times until now. We will do this movie because it will be, the only movie from a Western journalist who is talking about this war, and we will do this exhibition, and then we will decide what. It depends on the situation, how it develops. Right now, we see, I personally see that this war has not ended yet, and that's why I think I will return frequently to watch over it and to cover it, because it's started to be some kind of my war. And I feel home here in a special kind. I have a flat here. I live here as normal people. So I live under the bombs, and I live under the beautiful weather. Sometimes it's like normal, usual people here. And well, yes, it's kind of my place. Maybe it is temporarily, but I do not know. Right now, we are doing this movie, and then we will see what will happen.
Well, anyway, thank you very much. Thanks a lot for this big thing that you do. Thank you for being here with us, and thank you for coming to our program. And
it's not that big thing. It's
no,
it's
the movie.
Honest people. It's honest people that are doing what they need to do, and that's why.
Well, anyway, thank you very much for telling people the truth about what's going on.
Of course,
it was good to see you here.
Thank you.